President, today is supposed to represent a new start for Europe. But what have we here? We have a Commissioner and a Minister just going through the motions. No fault to you, Commissioner, but please go back to the College and say we need to debate with the Commissioners responsible for the briefs in question. It's almost really as shameful as this list of this resolution before us, which just highlights one species after species facing extinction, a real reflection of mankind's failure to plan for the future. And of course this issue of bluefin tuna, which no doubt will dominate the debate, really highlights the issue, it focuses it, and it is of course a species purely in European waters. The most expensive fish in the world, each one selling for tens of thousands of euros. Japan stockpiling en masse. Japan, where apparently the word conservation actually means buy en masse, kill the fish, freeze them for 20 or 30 years so they can be eaten in a couple of decades' time. There will be no fish left in the Mediterranean by then, but people will still be able to eat sushi if they can afford the bill. This is really a case where even organised crime is involved in the fishing industry. And not surprising when so much money is to be made. The mafia gets involved in this business. And then you look at ICAT, the international body, the International Council for the Conservation of Tuna. Conservation of tuna. Species have dropped by 80 to 90%. We're facing extinction, and you have a body that is set up, supposedly, to look after the tuna. It has failed completely. The target it has set itself will fail completely. It ignores the scientific advice. It keeps setting quotas far, far too high. Now, some members will say Appendix 2 is enough, but there's no evidence of that. Appendix 2 will make no difference. They'll come back in a few years' time and say, sorry, got it wrong. There'll be no tuna left. So, Mr. President, let us back the proposal that this fish be cited on Appendix 1. Let's just remember that it's time we try to control mankind's greed. It's time we try to give a bit of thought to the future of our seas.